Basic everyday tools every elegant person must own. What are they? Let's find out in today's video, shall we? Hi family, this is Winnie's School of Elegance. On this channel, we'll show you how to level up on every area of your life so that you can be on your way to becoming the very best version of yourselves. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you basic tools every elegant person must own to help us thrive through the day, look very much put together, and just feel fresh and be good all day long. Basic tool number one will be body care tools. Now, under this category, you have body care tools like your toothbrushes, your tongue scrapers, your body scrubs, that's the cloth or the gloves one. You also would have things like your deodorant that helps you smell fresh. You would have things like your body mist. Now, these things may sound like very also basic. I totally get that. But you can imagine that some people actually do not or neglect some of these things, especially, for example, the tongue scraper. A tongue scraper is used to scrape the tongue just so that you can rid it of any leftover food debris or whatever. But I'm sure that most people don't even have a tongue scraper. If you don't have a tongue scraper, you can use your toothbrush, but just ensure that you go really hard on the tongue so that you don't have any body odors coming from that part of your mouth. The body scrubs as well, you don't have to go to a spa to get your body scrubbed. You can literally get your body scrubbed every day by investing in body scrubbers. You have the ones that are the gloves, and then you have the cloth ones as well. And then you even have the one that comes in body wash form as well that you can just pour on and just use it to scrub all over your body. So essential tools that help with your body care are a must-have. Toothbrushes, tongue scrapers, body mists, deodorants, your scrubs, the whole 9 yards. Just think it through, okay? So body care tools, a must-have for an elegant person. The second basic essential that all elegant people must have would be skincare essentials. Under this point, I've put things like your cleanser, your sunscreen, your moisturizer. It's very important that you invest in a very good moisturizer because you do not want your skin looking ashy as an elegant person. There are very good moisturizers that work with the skin. There's of course, you have to be very much careful with, in case you have sensitive skin, be very mindful of the kind of moisturizer you use, and then also invest in a good sunscreen. With the way, especially if you live in this part of the world, it's really always very hot and sunny here. You want to ensure that you're always protecting your body, especially your face and your neck area and those parts that are usually exposed to the sun. You want to ensure that you are protecting it from the sun by using sunscreen. And by the way, sunscreen is not just for women. Sunscreen is for both women and men. I've heard a lot of men say, but I'm a man, why do I need sunscreen? Do you have a skin? Then you need sunscreen. Okay. So moisturizers, your sunscreen, your cleanser. If you want to go the whole 9 yards, you can do your face serum, your vitamin C serum, the retinol, the niacin. That's like a whole skincare package. You need to consult a dermatologist for that. But basically, you just need a moisturizer, your sunscreen, and your cleanser. Okay, very important. The next basic tool that you need to have as an elegant person will be a set of clean white towels. Doesn't necessarily have to be white, but if you can make it white, use neutral colors like white, gray, off-white, nude. It will help you know, it will help you change your towels faster. So when I say a set, you should have at least 3 towels that you use interchangeably. You should not and must not use your towels for more than 3 days without washing it. Your towel is an easy spot or a breathable spot for germs and bacteria. You don't want to spend all that time and resources in terms of your soap and everything you buy to clean your body, only for you to clean your body in the bathroom and then you come out and you're using a dirty towel to clean that body that you have just cleaned. You are just adding the bacteria back, and I'm wondering, does that even make any sense? So always ensure that you have a set of clean towels. Don't use your towel. Don't allow a towel to go more than 3 days. And that's why I said invest in a set, so you can always interchange towels. At least use 2 towels every week. And be sure that you are airing your towels in an airy place where there's natural air. Don't air in the bathroom if you don't have air coming into the bathroom. Does that make sense? So a set of clean towels, white towels preferably, will do, okay? The next basic tool that every elegant person must own would be a set of hairstyling essentials. For the ladies, you have things like your scrunchies, your bobby pins, you have things like your straighteners, the hot irons, the hot comb, you have things like your hair dryer. For the guys, you have things like your clipper, you have your hair combs, your hair brushes. Those are basic tools that would help you ensure that your hair is well put together at all times. You can go also ahead if you're a lady and you wear a lot of wigs. You can also invest in the baby head dolls that you can use to just place your wigs and organize them really neatly. And it's also really great for you to style the wigs without having to put them on your head, because sometimes when you put them on your head, it can be a lot of work and be stressful. So invest in that baby head doll if you have the money to do that. If not, just keep it to the basics: scrunchies, bobby pins that I put here, hair dryer, straighteners, clippers for the guys, hair combs, hair brushes for when you want to lay your edges, and then I also put down here some hair bonnet and hair scarves. So these basic tools will literally help you with your hair, whether you are inside your house or outside the house. Does that make sense? The next basic tool that every elegant person must own would be at-home tailoring kits. A tailoring kit should have your needle, should have your threads, should have your safety pins, should have extra buttons, clip-on buttons that just help, just in case you have a button that has ripped off, you can easily just sew on one. You should have extra zippers. You never can tell where you would have a clothing problem and you don't want to be caught unawares. So ensure that you have a tailoring kit. And this is one thing that I respect our mothers for, because back in the day, we usually would have tailoring kits like threads, needles, and anytime we had something rip off, we can quickly just sew it in without having to go spend a lot of money or waste some time at the tailor store. Do it yourself if you can. Does that make sense? The next basic tool that I have here on my list would be shaving sticks and shaving cream. If you are the kind of person who likes to shave, for the guys, if you have beards and you like to trim it and keep it nice, have shaving sticks or even shaving clippers and shaving cream. It's very, very essential. You don't want to be sharing clippers with other people when you go to the barbers, so that you can prevent infections, diseases like HIV, AIDS. You get all those bad stuff. So invest in your own, have yours. If possible, learn how to shave your beards yourself, right? So that you don't have to go to the barber store to do it every time. For ladies, if you have hairy legs, if you like to shave your hair or whatever part of your body, ensure you have shaving sticks handy, because you never can tell when it will come in handy. So that's pretty much it. And if you don't use shaving sticks, you can also ensure that you have shaving creams as well. It's very, very important. The next basic essential tool that every elegant person must own in their homes would be nail grooming tools. So nail grooming tools like your nail cutters, your nail files, your buffers, your nail polish remover, cuticle remover, and cutting pads. These are things that basically help you do like a quick manicure at home or a quick pedicure at home without having to go to a salon to get it done. And this is for both the guys and the ladies. So just because you're a guy doesn't mean that you shouldn't take care of or groom your nails. The next essential tool that every elegant person must have in their home, and this one goes without saying, would be an iron or a fabric steamer. You must, I think everyone should have an iron in their houses or a fabric steamer if you're about that steamer bougie life, right? Never leave your house with rumpled clothing. It's not okay as an elegant person to leave your house with rumpled clothing. So always ensure that you have an iron that's properly functional, and if you do not like to iron, get someone to do the ironing for you or use a laundry service, okay? The next basic tool that you must have in your home as an elegant person would be a human-sized mirror. Very, very important. When you have taken the time to look put together, you want to be able to see what you look like from head to toe at a glance. And that's why it's important that you have a human-sized mirror. And again, I'm going to emphasize the importance of it, because sometimes if you don't have a human-sized mirror, sometimes you can find that you dress really nicely from your head to maybe your leg area, and then you can see what you're looking from your head to your knee. But then the shoe you decide to wear does not really complement or match your outfit, but you can't see it looking at the mirror because you don't have a human-sized mirror. So having a human-sized mirror allows you to see yourself from head to toe, so that you can decide if, okay, this shoe matches this outfit, or this bag matches this outfit. Does that make sense? So as an elegant person, it's important that you invest in a human-sized mirror. And they're pretty much inexpensive. Even if you can't get the ones that are already handcrafted or handmade, you can maybe visit a local carpenter who can put one for you, put one together. You just buy the glass and then use a wood to just do the framings by the edge, and you have a human-sized mirror. I think mirrors are quite inexpensive as well. Okay, so invest in one, okay? The next basic tool that every elegant person must have in their homes. Now, this one is not really a tool. It's more like a space or an area, and I call it the me corner. You must have a me corner in your house. This is a corner where it's like you turn off the world when you are in that corner, and you're just there, either doing something that just brings you calm and zen and just restores peace back into your life. So my me corner is my reading corner. I have a me corner that I also call my reading corner. When I'm in that corner, you hardly find me with my phone. I'm there reading a book. I'm there meditating. I just designed that place for myself. So whenever I'm in that corner, it just the thought of that corner alone brings some calm into my life. So find a me corner for yourself where you can be there, and just that's your corner. Nobody else should come to your me corner when you are in your me corner. And take out some time every day as an elegant person for yourself. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day. Out of 24 hours in a day, take out 30 minutes for yourself and just be there, calm, listen to your thoughts, listen to yourself, or do something that probably makes you happy. Maybe play a game, read a book, watch a movie, but that's your me corner and that's your me time. So it's important that you create that for yourself in your house, okay? The next basic tool that every elegant person must own would be flip-flops and socks. So I call it at-home slippers. When you are in your house, you don't want to be walking around barefoot or barefooted as an elegant person. You want to ensure that you have your flip-flops handy. And if you don't want to wear flip-flops around, it's nice to just put on some socks, like an ankle socks, just something that just covers up your feet and make your feet look like, oh, I'm really taking care of you, I'm grooming you. So invest in very comfortable flip-flops, at-home slippers, like I would like to call it. Don't go and buy those rubber slippers that they sell in the market, those blue and white and blue ones. That's not what I mean. Make it chic, make it classy, make it elegant, whether you're a guy or a girl, okay? The next basic essential tool that you need as an elegant person would be comfortable loungewears and nightwears or robes. So loungewears are wears that you can wear during the day, comfortable ones they come in shorts and tops. You can have them in leggings or tank tops. Loungewear comes in like different forms and fashion and shapes. You should ensure that you have that so that when you are at home, you are also looking very put together. You don't want to be at home and be looking like you ran a marathon, or you're wearing scattered, rumpled, tattered clothing. You want to ensure that you still look very good even when you are in your house. And then for night wears, you don't want to wear your day wear at night. You want to be able to, as an elegant person, refresh yourself, take a bath or whatever you would do to refresh yourself, and then put on your nightwear. So it's important that you have your nightwear. And then of course, another essential that an elegant person should own, whether you're a guy or a girl, would be the robes. Sometimes maybe your nightwear might be all skimpy, and then in the morning when you're not ready to have a bath yet, but you want to come out of your room and you know you have people in your house, you can just put on the robe and use that to do your morning routine around the house, so that, and then you get a knock on the door. You can still put on the robe and answer the door. Some people actually also wear robes around the house in the morning, even after taking a bath. Robes help keep you warm. They help you feel bougie. They help you feel very put together at home. So just invest in very quality robes, quality loungewears, and quality nightwears as well. Trust me, it will literally elevate your elegant status to a whole new level, I promise. The next basic tool that every elegant person must own would be hand lotion and sanitizers. Now, this one is not just for when you're in the house, it's also for when you're out of the house. This should be a part of your handbag essentials. I think I'm going to also film a video for handbag essentials. Every single thing that an elegant person must have in their handbags. But for this one, you need to have hand wash, hand sanitizers, and hand lotion. You should wash your hands at least 5 to 6 times every day, regardless of whether you are at home or outside your home. So you must have a hand wash. And if you're outside the home and there's no place for you to wash your hands, a hand sanitizer comes in very handy. Your hands are the fastest and the quickest to pick up germs. Sometimes you touch places without even knowing that you have touched it, especially if you're a very public person who goes out a lot. You touch things you don't know you've touched. You've touched the handle. Let me paint a scenario for you. One day, right? Oh my God. One day, there was traffic and I was observing what happened. There was traffic and there's this bus in front of us, right? The guy stops, the conductor comes down. This is very graphic. He comes down from the bus, walks towards the pedestal area, and then brought out we could literally see his thingy. I'm sorry guys, I hope we're all adults here. He brought it out and he was peeing. I was very grossed out by it, and for some weird reason, when it was done, you know when you dangle it I'm sorry. When you dangle the thing to let the pee, excess pee just go, he dangles the thing, and I'm sure that something touched his hand. He was done, packed it into his panties, closed his trouser, walked back to the bus. Guess what happens? The guy who was sitting in front of the bus wanted to come down I was just watching, and the conductor used his same hand that he used to pee to open the handle of the bus for the guy to come out of the bus, use his hand to close the handle of the bus. It's the same hand that he will use to give money to the passengers, collect money from them. He will use that hand and touch everywhere. You as an innocent bystander, come, wale, you enter the car, you touch the handle, you don't sanitize, you've captured the germ from the pee. Ew, don't do that. So always ensure you have a hand sanitizer and be conscious enough to use it all the time, because a lot of diseases and germs are passed into our bodies from our hands. You need to be very mindful of it. And of course, when you wash your hands as an elegant person, it ends up being very dry. You want to ensure that you have the moisturizers to keep it moist and really smooth all day long. So hand wash, hand sanitizers, and hand moisturizers, very, very important tools that you must have as an elegant person. The next basic tool that every elegant person must own would be candles, diffusers, or room fresheners. It's super duper important that you have this handy in your house. Sometimes your house takes on some type of odor, especially when you don't have your windows open for the most part of the day. So maybe when you cook a meal and the whole house is filled up with the aroma of the meal, you want to quickly ensure that you freshen things up and make everything smell really nice and good again. You open the windows, let the air flow, but you still want to maintain a nice room aroma or nice room scent or smell. You turn on your candle, turn on the diffuser, or maybe you use the room freshener sprays. It's very, very important. And of course, there are certain times that you want to put yourself in a mood. You want to put yourself in a calming, relaxing mode. When I'm reading a book, for example, at night, I like to literally turn on a candle just by my side, ensure that I have there's a nice scent coming out of wherever it's coming from through the diffusers and the candle as well. And it just keeps me in this Zen mood. So create the ambience of zen, the ambience of peace for yourself by using tools like the candles, the diffusers, and room fresheners. If you are about that life, and if you're an elegant person, then you definitely should be about that life of self-care. Okay, now this next point on my list may sound abstract, but I tell you, it's one of the most important tools that's easily neglected. But the day you will need it, you will wish you had it. I call it Handyman Tools. So tools like your screwdrivers, your spanners, measuring tapes. Next time you go through a handyman store, ensure you buy yourself one screwdriver, one spanner, and a measuring tape. Whether you are a guy or a girl, it's important that you invest in these things. Keep it in your house. One day that generator might have an issue. One day your gas cooker might have an issue. One day the nuts on your chair might have an issue. You want to just screw it back on. Something that is made with nuts and screws would have an issue, and you want to quickly just screw it back on without having to bother to call anyone who you will not pay a hefty amount of money for. So ensure that you buy screwdrivers, a spanner, and a measuring tape, or any other handyman tool that you think will come. A hammer actually is very important as well. If you want to go the extra mile, you can buy a drilling machine. Yes, have a handy toolbox in your garage, in your house somewhere. I'm telling you, it comes in very, very handy. The last things that I've put down here for as basic essential tool for every elegant person will be a power bank. You must and should own a power bank as an elegant person. When you go out, for example, you don't want to go out begging people for charging spots or chargers or how to charge. You want to ensure that you have your own thing. And when it's time that maybe your battery is drained, you pull out your power bank, pull out your cable, and charge your phone without stressing anyone. So ensure that you invest in power banks. Power banks are like the most common things you can find anywhere, and you have very inexpensive ones as well. So that's all the basic essential tools that I believe that every elegant person must own for day-to-day life and to just live life actively and thrivingly. If there is anyone that you think that I have missed out on this list, please let's continue the discussion in the comment section down below. I'm really open to hearing your thoughts and what you think are other tools that we all as elegant people should have. I'll see you next time with another video. Until then, remember to stay elegant.